It comes as a surprise to several people that INFJs can also display strong characteristics, which is something that the majority of people would never have considered. Inquisitive to the point of obsession about what makes them terrified. In this video, Ebline is going to discuss about INFJ intimidation. You are going to find out why INFJ men and INFJ women might be intimidating to those around them. For all the individuals with the INFJ personality type, be sure to view each one and see whether or not you can identify with the content. It's likely that if you're an INFJ, you've heard that people find your personality to be highly scary, or even frightening. This is primarily due to the fact that INFJs are exceptional rare people who possess very distinctive qualities of personality. If you think you could be an INFJ, you should delve more into your personality. Find out which characteristics of your personality type can make other people uncomfortable, and figure out how you can use those characteristics to your advantage in order to accomplish or increase personal growth. Here are the top reasons why INFJs have a reputation for being intimidating.
1. First and foremost is that they look at you with a really intent gaze. You could be scratching your head and wondering what the big deal is with the INFJ gaze. The deep, penetrating expression that many INFJs use as their thought language is known as the INFJ stare. During a conversation, an INFJ may look intently at you while also staring into the distance, at a wall, or at the ceiling. The glance that an INFJ gives off gives the appearance that they are aware of everything going through your head when they confront you with it. It's unsettling, especially considering that INFJs don't break eye contact when they're staring at you in such a way. Of course, they aren't trying to frighten you on purpose. There could be because something you said or did that has aroused their interest in you. INFJs are experts at figuring out another person's personality and intentions simply by reading their body language. On the other hand, they might be deeply immersed in thought on the subject of the conversation. It's possible that they are absent-mindedly thinking about something else, and they just so happen to be looking at you at that moment. In the second scenario, you will have the impression that the INFJ is staring right through you, lost in their thoughts, with a zoned-out, diffuse focus emanating from their eyes as they stare into the infinite space where you happen to be standing. This will give you the impression that the INFJ is not interested in you at all. A great number of people are frightened by this intense and unyielding gaze since it gives the impression that it can read your soul's fundamental nature as well as all of your lives that have come before. And it's no surprise. INFJs, on the other hand, despise unnecessary conflict and are therefore not inclined to act aggressively because of this trait. They can't help but be enthralled by an intriguing idea.
2. They have an incredible amount of dedication to the subject. Because of their tendency toward idealism and perfectionism, INFJs tend to take an all-or-nothing stance toward life in general. If they do not put in the work necessary to realize the bright future that they have envisioned for themselves, they might not survive. This is due to the fact that the future that INFJs envision would meet their most fundamental need for freedom of expression and high-quality connections. For an INFJ, the sensation of possessing a luxury or privilege is completely different from the feeling of having one's dreams come to fruition. They have an ethical responsibility to do so. Others may be intimidated or even scared by the INFJ's devotion to everything they value, even though an all-or-nothing attitude isn't required to accomplish most goals. However, the INFJ is likely to feel this way themselves.
3. The third reason is that they do not divulge any more than is absolutely necessary. INFJs are highly empathetic individuals who, on the other hand, have a difficult time locating the same level of care and attention from others. After experiencing numerous instances of being hurt by other people, INFJs are typically hesitant about opening out to others. They do not want to provide anyone with the opportunity to hurt them in any way. Individuals with the INFJ personality don't want to be judged for being unusual, therefore they try to limit what they say to those they don't really trust in order to avoid being labeled as such. This does not imply that they do not have any thoughts or emotions. In fact, INFJs are mostly made up of these components. They believe that other people are merely asking out of politeness and have no real interest in knowing the information, which is another reason why they do not share it. It's possible that INFJ types might be more forthright if they were encouraged to do so, given the circumstances. It would appear that not everyone is interested in hearing what they have to say, though. If someone interrupts an INFJ or tries to speed them through their thoughts, the INFJ may feel as though they are being implicitly undervalued. As a consequence of this, INFJs frequently find that they are unable to finish their sentences or convey everything that is on their minds. When the topic of discussion shifts to something else, they feel too humiliated to bring it up again. Because INFJs are known for being people who place value on others and listen to what they have to say, experiencing situations of this nature can be particularly disheartening for them. It stings to know that they can pay attention, show interest, and refrain from interrupting another person's story, but at the same time, they are aware that the majority of people will not treat them with the same respect. An INFJ may respond to all of this by withdrawing into themselves and becoming very private. People who are not familiar with the concept of privacy may perceive it as a form of hiding and mystery, both of which can be daunting.
4. They have a fierce sense of competition. It may be hard to believe, but the INFJ is actually a fierce competitor despite their cryptic, soft-spoken, and warm-hearted empathic demeanor. As was mentioned before, they are persons who are devoted to their work and passionate about what they do, and this intensity can be seen anytime INFJs compete. They thrive when presented with a genuine obstacle. It makes no difference the nature of the activity in question. Due to the fact that they are very growth-oriented, eager to learn, and willing to exceed their limits, competition enables them to investigate all of this. On the other hand, the sheer intensity with which they would try to defeat you in any competition might be terrifying. In general, INFJs are not the most resentful of losers. But only if they go away knowing that they gave it their best shot even if they didn't win. If an INFJ doesn't give it their all and then ends up losing, they will be quite disappointed in themselves. On the other hand, they won't be able to control their anger with themselves. INFJs have a strong competitive drive and are resolute in their pursuit of success, be it in the form of modest successes with their loved ones or enormous aspirations and ambitions for their lives. Their fierce level-off competition is one of the primary factors that contributes to their reputation as being intimidating to those around them. 5. The fifth reason is because they express their feelings in a very genuine way. INFJs are passionate and obsessive about the things that are important to them, but they have little interest in things that aren't important to them. The majority of the time, there is no middle ground. This indicates that, for the most part, individuals exhibit a more laid-back manner when it comes to expressing their excitement about anything. After that, they make their usual expressions, which are stone cold. It is not intended to be hostile or uninformative. Rather, it is simply their natural attitude. INFJs enjoy expressing their own feelings rather than those that they believe other people want them to convey. As a consequence of this, it is common for people to consider it an insult if they anticipate a reaction but do not receive it. For instance, when someone tells them something very wonderful that has happened in their personal life, "That's incredible," is almost likely going to be the answer from an INFJ. The unfortunate reality is that for the vast majority of people, this is not sufficient. They want the INFJ to share the same level of zeal and enthusiasm as they do. The INFJ is likely to be happy for the person, but they are simply too indifferent to be brimming with energizing emotions over somebody else getting a new house or whatever else it is. If you find that the information that we provide is useful to you, we ask that you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and to turn on the notification bell.
6. The sixth point is that they are quite self-sufficient. INFJ male and INFJ female are incredibly independent individuals who are able to maintain their composure even in the most trying of circumstances. Have you ever tried to exert some control over the behavior of an INFJ? No. What is it that's stopping you? I have a sneaking suspicion that you were already aware that plan wasn't going to pan out. This is due to the fact that INFJs have a tendency, in their day-to-day lives, to behave in ways that are reminiscent of lone wolves or free thinkers. They view each person as an independent and self-sufficient individual who places a high value on maintaining their own autonomy. Individuals with INFJ personality tend to abhor hierarchy, especially when it requires unquestioning loyalty on the part of participants to whichever authoritarian figure. INFJs strive to become powerful, financially independent, and self-sufficient persons who not only have the ability to survive, but also to flourish as they fashion the kind of life they see for themselves.
They expect this level of bravery from themselves because they are aware that it is the essential foundation upon which they may construct their ideal way of living. It's possible that other people will find it intimidating when they witness an INFJ who is so focused on their independence. This is because it may give the impression that they don't like being a member of a group, getting aid from others, or even just being in the presence of other people. It's possible that this is true, and as a consequence, it could put some people off. This is not usually the case. In the privacy of their isolated home, INFJs puts in a lot of effort to accomplish their ultimate goal of achieving independence. This robust sense of great independence can be highly intimidating to other people. This is all for today's video. Thanks for your time. Tell us in the comment section where you are watching us from. Don't forget to hit the like button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and become a subscriber to our YouTube channel. Send this video to at least 2 friends or your favorite group chat to spread the love. Click on the video on your screen to enjoy more content on personality types. To stay up to speed with our latest videos, click the bell symbol. See you in the next one. Take care.